Marcia.
I'm Telly.
And we are the HercastleGirls.
Hey, y'all. Hey.
If you like videos about lifestyle, modest fashion, and fashion news, this is the channel for you. Comment, like, and subscribe.
And today, this is a great video. I'm so excited. As you know, if you don't know, Fashion Week, Couture Fashion Week that happens in Europe has already passed. And the amount of shows, for those that don't know, Haute Couture, it basically means costume wear. So things that you won't necessarily wear to, let's say, the supermarket, but they're gorgeous to look at, and maybe a celebrity might rent it for a photo shoot or what have you. These are over-the-top, amazing fashions. One of the shows that, there was a lot that were just impeccable. Go to our website, HercastleGirls.com, and you can read up on some of the shows that we fell in love with. But this one, y'all, this one could not, well, none of them could be ignored, but this one is just, oh my goodness. Jean Paul Gaultier and Olivier Rousteing got together and they put something so beautiful on that catwalk, on that runway, that it cannot be ignored. It was fabulous, and we're going to talk about it. Girl, are you ready?
I'm ready, girl.
Then let's just get right to it.
The first look that we admired was the, I don't even know. Okay.
So unique. Little backstory for those that don't know about Jean Paul Gaultier, and his work. This particular outfit you see here, Olivier reimagined it. It's originally inspired by the Jean Paul Gaultier Le Male perfume, which comes, we'll see it on a bigger screen, but it comes as like a male bodice, and the canister is what you take it out of. So it's like the actual...
Yeah, it came in just a plain, think of a canister when you get like tomato sauce and take the label off. That's basically what it looked like.
And let me look at it. This skirt,
right. It's, of course, no one is going to be wearing this out to dinner to sit on down.
Not exactly.
But just the beauty of it and the workings of it, the way how Olivier reimagined something that was meant as a beauty product and brought it into a fashion retail-ish product.
Yes.
And was able to put this amazing top and the boots. Just this look overall is so cute, so modern, and it immediately brings you to the greatness that Jean Paul Gaultier, the greatness of his mind that he had back then. I think it's incredible. Someone's gonna use that thing for a music video.
Right?
Okay.
Oh my gosh, yes.
Yes.
So true. Oh my god, yeah, like a monochromic.
Look.
I love how this is screaming. Remember back in the early 90s, for all the young kids that watch us, hey, you may not know this, but that's okay. We're gonna explain it to you right now. Being kids of the 90s, this was the biggest style, wearing things that had a lot of movement.
Yeah.
A lot of when you watch the music videos, for some odd reason, there'd be a girl singing on a mountain. The clothes would be flowing.
Yeah.
They'd have on cool hats and hoods and a lot of fabrics moving and grooving, and it was so artistically beautiful.
Yes.
It's fully covered, which we love already, and it's still so fashionable.
Yeah, right? I wanna talk about the way how this show started. It started with kind of a tribute of the 94-95 stylings that Jean Paul Gaultier is responsible for. If you've heard of the grunge era, Kurt Cobain, flannel shirts, denim, jeans, Doc Martens, Jean Paul Gaultier really brought that to the pop culture status.
Definitely.
That it's still at to this day.
Definitely.
And this outfit is such a call to a lot of the pieces that he's responsible for. So we see the corset that is going to be very reminiscent to Madonna, who we'll talk about later on in this video.
Yes.
But that whole idea of the corset, and then we see reminiscent pieces of the hoodie, which is a huge part of teen 90s fashion and the grunge era, wearing the baseball cap, and there are little pieces here that call to that, and even the call to the combat boot. at the bottom.
And I love with the combat boot, I love how he still brought in the canister. Like, Olivier, whatever, man.
It truly is like a really, loving tribute to Jean Paul. And what I like about it is he allowed this to happen while he's alive. So he can see what young designers can envision with his work.
It's a work of art. I don't even know where to start. You see the reminiscence of Madonna in there with the cones.
Yeah,
We'll get more into that later. But I love the braided work or the twisted work. There's some kind of rope work going on. Once again, like you were saying about the hat, they got like, the baseball cap in there. It's funny because I look at this and I see it casual, but I also say this is still too gorgeous to just like to say wear like on a walk.
Oh yeah, like what I like about this is I can also see this coming into the real world and being able to wear this on a red carpet, taking these pants, wearing them maybe in a bathing suit, photo shoot. Like there are totally different ways in where this can become a thing. This hat could be sold in stores, like
definitely. And I love how you brought up the pants, because I know that we have seen women doing cool pants that have that reminiscence of, I know Monroe Steele, hey Monroe, I know that she's done a cool pant reminiscent to this, so definitely. Once again, I just love how things that Jean Paul Gaultier did way back when.
It's still here, inspiring.
So much
really
here.
Stand out. This look was really stand out, and
where do we begin? You know what? Let's start from top to bottom. Why not?
I agree.
Let's start with the pin hat.
This beret has pins in it, like it is, a pillow, a pin pillow.
Yes.
And I love that look. I think it reminds us again of really the sort of beginnings of designers and what their job really is. Because sometimes we forget it's like, their job is to sit there and draw.
Imagine the idea.
Yeah, draw it. Draft it, sew it, make it fit whomever is going to wear it. It's a very intimate and kind of complicated process.
It is.
And for some reason, this hat just makes me think of that process.
Definitely. And I love that Olivier added that into the show, because hats are a huge, my sister knows, hats are a huge thing.
Hats are a great
they're an amazing thing. And they make any outfit. If you're wearing a basic top and bottom, just put a hat on and you're good to go. It totally elevates. So I love how, although this look is already amazing as it is, but that beret with the pins in it
brings it.
Oh my goodness. It just gives the whole 90s vibe, the cool 90s girl going out and about. She has things to do, whatever she used to do in the 90s, that's what she's doing right now.
Yeah, bringing us back with the sunglasses, the smaller sunglasses, wire frame.
Yes.
Very 1990s. And then we come down again to the cones. But this
we'll get
time,
to yes, girl. We'll get to that.
This is a lot of people that were invited to the show. People like Kim Kardashian wore dresses that were kind of reminiscent.
Yes,
to
which
this.
we'll also see.
As you'll see, the model is wearing kind of like the plastic version.
Yes.
Of basically what Madonna wore in real life.
But we'll get to that. We'll show you the actual dress. We'll get to that. It's there.
I love the pinstripe, and I love the low slung denim on the dress. It's a very interesting look because she's not per se wearing jeans, but the jeans are sort of imprinted onto the dress, which I think is pretty spectacular. And the idea that she's got her hand in the pocket.
It's just such a cool outfit.
Yeah, it's
such
great.
A cool outfit. It's definitely for that it girl. I see Hailey Bieber wearing this.
Yeah.
I see Justine Skye wearing this.
Yeah.
It's gonna get a lot of rental.
Yeah, the timing of this look, I think is so good because right now Y2K,
the drop waist.
Yeah,
definitely.
We're going back to, our childhood.
Yeah. Now give me a break, Olivier. Come on now.
This was
spectacular.
spectacular.
Like the pinstripes alone. I love a good pinstripe, and I love how he did not go stingy. He made it bold, big, and bright. You can't miss it. The cutouts, the way how they're asymmetrical and just forming to her body so beautifully. Them cones, and the shoes, that beret. Work of art.
Yeah, I do.
Oh, and I think she has a little pin pad.
She has a pin pad on her wrist, which is what a lot of people that sew, that's where they keep their pins. So again, another sort of kiss to Jean Paul.
Definitely.
What I love about this outfit, it so reminds me of, you know, like the music videos, the house dance music videos, like Groove is in the House.
Yeah, girl, the early 90s.
Psychedelic
Pump
type.
the jam, pump it up.
All of that sort of stuff.
Yes, girl.
I love that. And the workings of the cage on the torso here, that's kind of like a corset. That's awesome.
I love it. It makes it so unique and outstanding. It's a beautiful, and it still has the reminiscence of more 90s glam with the glasses and the cool earrings and the hat.
Yeah, I love it.
Beautiful look.
This was cool. Also, and it has that same effect of the jeans being like sewn onto the outfit.
This one is actually pants.
Yes, this one is pants.
Yeah, this one is pants.
Sewn onto the pants.
Yes.
I see. Okay.
Yes, yeah, this one's actual pant, which is fabulous. I love it. Taking like something as, you know, versatile as a jean, just showing that jeans and reimagined can actually be fancy.
Yeah.
Who knew?
You put it on a dress pant and here you are, right?
Here you are. Another tie-in to the can shoes. I'm really loving these can shoes. Like,
Same. I think that should become a real thing. And I love the top here. I think this top could actually be a real thing, as in sold in stores. And again, I love the pin pad on the wrist. That could also become a thing.
Why not? I don't know where you're going with pins. Just walking around the store, but
I'd make it like fake pins and whatever.
It could be a blotter.
Jean Paul could, you know, he could hire us to be accessory designers.
Yeah, we're giving you some great ideas.
Yeah, I mean, I'm
just saying.
Think about it.
You know what this is giving me? Total like Lady Gaga vibes. Remember back in the day, Lady Gaga, like Bad Romance?
Yeah.
That's what this is giving me.
Monster.
She would slay. She still can slay this look. I love it.
This does remind me of kind of like an Alexander McQueen early days.
Yeah.
You know, before he passed. The hips, the attention to me, and this is my thing, you let me know if I'm wrong.
Okay.
But I feel that this is where you see Balmain sneaking in.
I feel so. Yes, this is the Balmain
shoulder pads.
When you think of, you know, like especially 2015 and down, when you think of Balmain and you think under Olivier, you remember the the cute dress that every girl was like wearing. Still up to this day, women are wearing. It has built-in hips, the shoulder pads that are very strong and silhouette, dominant. This is very Jean Paul and Balmain shaking hands.
Yeah.
Now, girl, we gotta spend some time. Not a lot of time, but come on now. It's such a work of art.
Yeah, this is the piece that's going to sit in
a museum.
Yeah, this will be
Met Gala,
stuff
like that.
Yes.
Girl, the jean is upside down.
Yeah.
And this goes up into like an array of gorgeous feathers. The beautiful drapery of the I guess it's this more jeans.
Yeah, more denim.
More
it's
denim
like denim. Yeah,
it's just beautiful. Oh my god.
I think it's so creative, I would have loved to have known what the thought process was.
I'm gonna have to look this one up. I'd love to know as well.
This look, because the idea of taking that denim, taking the jeans, putting them upside down, making the slit of the dress going up, and as the pant legs go up, feathers, and then she's draped in denim. Yeah, it's a great look, and one for the fashion museum.
Oh my gosh, yes. Girl.
Okay,
when we saw this.
Yeah, let's talk about
First of all, when we saw this, we were like, okay. This is, first of all, it's pure fire. This was inspired actually by a woman named Loretta Barrett. She's a entertainer, 80s, 90s. And if you look her up, we'll have all this info as well in the bottom. But that was her thing. She would wear like a corset, fake pregnant belly. Very artistic. So to see that on the runway, it's like, oh, give me a break.
Yeah.
And then it's so artistic, and the way how, I mean, of course, they're wearing a lot more jewelry than in the original with Loretta. But knowing that since, yeah, here we go. 1986 was when she was wearing this. Now, Olivia was born in 1985. So the fact that little Olivier came up and said, you know what? Let's take this and reimagine it and do this and that, and, you know, take pieces. Like, yes, you know, take the pregnant bodice, especially with so much women showing their bellies. Like, Rihanna started a trend.
Right.
And so much other famous and
we can even go before. I mean, Demi Moore was one of the first women ever to pose
Vanity Fair,
showing her belly on a magazine cover. And that was in the 90s.
Yeah.
So this...
Yeah, Loretta.
What Loretta was doing was way before the time. What Demi Moore did was way before the time.
Yeah.
And the thing is, what I noticed about Olivier is he is a student of fashion.
A student of fashion and a student of pop culture.
Right. So he knew to go, you know what, I'm going to go deeper than just these archives right here. What did he do in music? What did he do in art? What was that crazy pop-up that he did in the 80s?
Yes.
He went to those resources and pulled, and that's what made this collection stand out.
And I love that. I love when artists go into the archives. It's like, listen, if you're blocked, go back to your archives. Like, pull out things, get re-inspired. Get re-inspired.
I mean, that's what fashion is about, right? That's why we always say you don't need to shop your closet. You don't need to go out shopping every day, because your closet should be one where you feel inspired to mix and match all the time.
Absolutely.
This one I loved. I think this is another one.
So beautiful. You know, I think this is another one where Jean Paul Gaultier and Belmont decide to shake hands again. I love it. The hood,
love a hood.
The way how the hips just come out, like literally you can rest a bag of chips on it.
And did you notice on her fingertips?
The finger thumb thingies. That's what you use when you're sewing.
When you're sewing, it protects your
from getting
on your
pinned.
Yeah, on your
fingers.
And
I love it. Once again, little details like that Olivier brought to this. I mean, I think she's even wearing it as a necklace. Or no, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's a larger version.
This one really kind of reminded me of like Michael, Janet type Jackson vibes.
Michael, Janet, Madonna. Yeah, it's giving me 1992 vibes.
Yeah.
The biker short. Once again, the platform, the Balmain sleeves, and the bodice. Everything about it. It just screams 1990s pop star goodness. We are here for it.
Here for it. I like this one because I'm like, okay, this is something that, you can actually wear.
Definitely. And tribute to the can that holds the perfume and the belt. Yes.
I remember the first time seeing the boots on Instagram, and I was like, I'm a size 8. Love the use of the tin in these designs. I think it's so cool.
And the cool thing is, because it's all black, adding those silver accessories, it just amplifies, right?
Accessory department. Can we make these things real?
Yes, please.
We put this in a store so we can buy it? Thank you.
That'd be awesome. Fabulous. The jacket as a skirt.
Yeah.
It's a tuxedo jacket. You can see in the photo.
With tails.
Split with tails.
Yeah.
The bodice coming out from it. It's like taking the whole like black jacket, tuxedo jacket, with a white shirt to a whole new level.
It really is. It almost looks like she was wearing it and then she slowly eased her way out of it.
Like a flower.
Yeah. She blossomed out of a tuxedo jacket.
Oh my gosh.
Here we have the blazer jacket thing. As a bodice. As the bodice.
Yes.
And then it has a little label in there. It says
the Jean Paul Gaultier. When I first saw it, when I was watching the show, I was like, honestly, if someone wore this to their wedding, I would not be mad at it. I wouldn't. I'd be like, yo, you are creative. I'm gonna remember this wedding. See Zoe Kravitz doing something like this? Maybe. Someone that's very edgy. I know Rihanna would do this for sure. But someone very edgy would rock this hands down.
Yeah, this dress is beautiful. Again, I think that it kind of reminds me that Balmain and Jean Paul Gaultier are kind of shaking hands. It kind of has elements from both. The color was so unexpected, but I loved that they were just like, oh, and here's some pink.
Yes.
For you.
And I love the flow of the show as well. They didn't just mix everything together. You know, when they started with the men's, during the 90s grunge era, it was just that. Then they got into like Jean Paul Gaultier, the tan, taupes, whites, blacks kind of era. And now from here, I believe the rest on is going to be color, which is just a beautiful flow. This dress,
it has an alien element to it.
It does. It matches your jacket.
Yeah, look at me.
David Bowie vibes.
This dress, the sleeve, it does remind me of, you know, David Bowie kind of glam rock era. And I love the skirt that goes along with it that also has kind of the piping on the top. And it's really a costumey. Like this, again, this is a piece that will end up in a museum somewhere.
Definitely. Oh my gosh,
and what I loved about the show is the variety of items. Like the styles just kept on appearing.
It like overflowed.
Yeah, I
different styles and different pieces. But it took us a while to narrow down things, guys.
It did.
So elegant.
It's elegant.
So
and
beautiful.
This is definitely going to be seen on a red carpet.
Oh yeah, for sure.
This is meant for the red carpet.
For sure.
Nothing beats an all, like just a nice black look with sheer fabric.
The peekaboo kind of thing. Like you're showing, but you're not showing too much. You still have the mystery going. Oh, this was a look.
Yeah, this was a look.
It was a look.
And I love how they broke it up with the shoes. They put her in more of a kind of sexier boot.
Yeah.
And this isn't the first time they did it in the show.
No, they have done
with
it.
A few other looks.
Yes,
but
they did.
I like how they did break it up. Kind of this alien kind of look, like I'm from another planet.
Right, but not
still
as
classic.
Yes, it's not as much as the hot pink one.
Right.
This one's definitely for the subtle person that wants to be experimentative with big and bold, but in a subtle way.
I love it because, you know, the inspo here is just beautiful. First of all, yeah, girl, the color.
The color, and it's giving Grace Jones vibes, right? I love how they took the hat, how you took the hat, it says that 90s cap came back, and this took the drapery of honestly, this looks like they just took the fabric and just wrapped it around the model like drapery work.
And then like sewed it onto the hat.
That's
to
what
make
it
sure
looks
it stays on.
And it looks so beautiful. The shoes are actually the same fabric as the actual dress with the gold can. There's our friend, the pin pad again.
This kind of reminds me of classic fashion shows back in the day.
Back in the early 90s, late 80s.
Yeah, just the elegance that goes with it.
Yeah. The chocolate brown.
Chocolate brown leather is literally a thing, girl.
It is. I love chocolate brown, and yes, my brown and black girls, yes, we can wear it. Don't run away from it. We don't look like a Simpson. We look great in chocolate brown. To let no one tell you otherwise. Period.
I mean, you just gotta look at this photo to see it.
Look at the drapery work. Look at that, right? How it's molded to the body.
It literally looks like she's wearing chocolate.
Like melted chocolate, like it's smeared.
That they molded it to her body. Love that they colored the boots.
The boots in the same chocolate brown. The way how it's like woven fabric.
It's literally like wicker.
Wicker. And the cones. So they got the Madonna tribute in there. You got the hips. And when you look at it, you think, how am I going to move in this? But I may not be able to sit in it. But you can definitely walk in it. It looks heavy. It may be. And it's totally fine because this is literally a work of art.
Yeah, I don't think, this probably, unless someone wants to really try it. But
by all means, try.
This definitely needs to be in a museum. I would have loved to ask the model what it was like wearing this and what it was like getting into it.
I can only imagine. Remember those like cool chairs in the 70s?
Yeah.
Those high top chairs. And that's what this is giving me. And girl, I am here for it.
I'm here for this look. I think it's cute. Again, another museum situation. See here,
hay?
the hay, it's even like being left on the runway. It's one of those things where it's like, quick, take it off so we can preserve it.
Preserve it at all costs! This dress right here, the way how it pays tribute to the can again. And it took hours. I think I read that they used, 17, how much is it? I want to say 17,000. It was a lot of little feathers that they used. And if you watch, I do encourage you all to go and watch the show. It takes her a while to get to the bottom because she can't exactly run. It's a narrow
dress made out of tin.
Exactly. So she can't exactly, run. This was such a showstopper.
Yes.
Beautiful. Olivier just knows what to do to showcase things that we look over. And he's like, well, hold on. Everyone just takes the can and just puts it aside. But what if we made the can actually the star of the fashion show? Which is pretty much what happened.
Yeah, I love it. And I'm sure Jean Paul is going to use this as an idea to create more, I say, accessories. Because I think it's perfect for accessories.
Oh, goodness.
Because even these cuff bracelets, the cuff around the neck.
The choker. Let's go, Jean Paul Gaultier.
Yeah,
let's do this.
People are ready to buy. Okay, this was probably the most subdued look in the show. But also you can tell that it took work to get
that molding wasn't easy.
That molding going.
That molding was not easy. As much as I love the shoes. Take away the shoes and put it with a nice white pump.
Oh yeah.
Shut it down.
I loved this.
The pin pad is now on the woman's chest. We're here for it. I love it.
I love
Olivia, you did that.
This is so basically like the workman's day. We have the
safety pins
pinning the ribbons together. And then we have the pin pad, as you said, as a breastplate. Like,
what's going on, y'all? What is this? What's happening?
This will be in a museum as well.
Oh, for sure.
What I love about these looks, I'm looking at them, and even though, these are things that I can't buy, I'm looking at it and I become inspired to say, well, how can I do something like this in my wardrobe?
Yeah.
And now I'm looking at this and I'm like, wouldn't it be nice to have like a maxi skirt, a long white maxi skirt with safety pin details on the side with a slit?
And that's the cool thing. Fashion is supposed to inspire you, not make you want to run and use up your credit card.
No.
You want to be inspired. And once again, the alien vibes. It's so unique. It's different.
I love
right?
this whole cage.
Give me butterfly vibes.
Yeah, this cage butterfly situation. And then she's got the headdress thing on.
It's so cool.
Yeah. Back to the look that is reminiscent to a very big time in pop culture.
Yes.
So for the, those that do not know, that weren't alive at the time, but Jean Paul Gaultier was the risque. He was like the Balenciaga shock.
Yes.
Pop culture icon.
In the 90s, that was him.
And he, of course, worked with all of the movers and shakers of that time. That would also include Madonna.
And this particular piece, for all the youngins out there that don't know, you're gonna go look it up now, I'm sure. But the original piece, she was wearing the full dress. You might have seen Kim Kardashian, as we were saying, wearing the full dress. Kim was wearing the
modernized version. As you can see,
right here,
the model and Kim Kardashian's version, it's a plastic casting of breasts.
In the original, Madonna wore that to the Amphar event in 1992 with no prosthetic breast.
Right.
It was just her bearing nipple.
Yeah, bearing.
She bare it all.
And it was like a shock. To everybody.
It was a shock to the
atmosphere. It became an iconic moment.
It did. And she wore it with a beret.
This look became iconic because she purposely, usually when models show a part of their body, it's by mistake.
That's right.
But they did not, they never went out there saying, look at me. And she did.
And it brought that shock factor. Because remember, guys, this is the 90s. It wasn't like how it is now. Like, things in the 90s, when things like that happen, nothing shocks us anymore, or any of you.
We've seen it all.
Back then, it was like, oh my gosh, her boob. You know what I'm saying? So, to have that, and we all know that there's no such thing as bad press. Of course, people were appalled, but a lot of people were like, yeah, free the nipple, and all that stuff, as early as back then. So Jean Paul Gaultier went from already being a household name to just...
He became icon.
Don't you go doing that now. Just because he told you that it worked for Madonna doesn't mean it might not work for you.
It probably won't because you can see boobs in.
Because everyone has boobs that they're showing now. Not us, but other people.
That's it. That is everything that we wanted to show y'all. The pieces that really got us. I'll be honest, when the show started, I wasn't too sure. I was like, But as we went through, these looks came through, and yes. Olivier, amazing. I think, did a great tribute to one of the most iconic fashion designers of our time.
I was reading an article about him real quickly, and he really wanted to take this opportunity because, as you know, he's been with Balmain for over 10 years. So all he knows is, the Balmain DNA, and he preserves that obviously very well. So for him, he took this as a challenge to say, well, what is my own identity? What can I do without really worrying about Balmain as my overseer? I was like, okay, I'm stepping out on my own for a minute because he doesn't have his own fashion line. He works for Balmain. So for him to take something and reimagine it and how he would have presented it, and it was so beautifully displayed. Olivier.
For someone as young as him to be able to look at the archive of a completely different designer and create what he created, I think.
Short span of time, too.
Yeah, in a short span of time. They did not have years to put this together. He had a year or less.
No, I think he had 3 months.
Okay, 3 months.
Yeah, I think it was 3 months.
Where did they even find hay to make this dress?
I mean, I think in France... they have a lot of farms.
They have a lot of farms, a lot of horses.
Oh, they went somewhere.
Norway.
Somewhere in France where they have lots of farms.
Cheers to all the hard-working seamstresses, designers, and workers that work for these brands.
It's not easy.
It's not an easy thing. And if you like fashion-y news, fashion talk like this, comment, like, and subscribe to our channel. We would love to have you. Thank you so much for watching us.
Thank you so much, everyone. Have a great one. We'll see you in the next video. Bye.